Hello viewers, welcome to the Bug Out Bunker. There is my stag, etc, etc. And I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing here. It's Eve and Lucy's idea. These cards have on them the most Googled questions about me. Apparently I haven't seen them. I've never Googled myself apart from when I'm looking for news stories about the Grand Tour and so on. So I've never tried to find out what it is that people are asking about me. I'm surprised they're asking anything at all. Okay, is James May vegetarian? No. I've experimented with it. I think it's quite an interesting idea, but it didn't really agree with me and made me unwell. Is James May related to Brian May from Queen? He would hope not, and in fact, I'm not. It's a terrible thing to say about one of our national heroes. Is James May Welsh? Why would anybody think I was Welsh? I did live in Wales when I was a child. I lived in South Wales, and I am an honorary Welsh Druid. I was made one by the Society of Welsh Druids. It comes with no requirements to do anything, but apparently I am one. So I'm not Welsh, but I am a Druid. Is James May Lucy Brown's father? Thank God, no. Is James May knighted? No. Why would I be? Is James May neurodivergent? Now this is a word, neurodivergent is a polite way of saying a bit odd or a bit on the spectrum. It's a fashionable word at the moment, isn't it? A lot of people are neurodivergent. So I'm going to say yes, I am neurodivergent. Is James May married? No, not technically, but we have lived together for well over a quarter of a century, but we're not technically married in the eyes of God. Is James May religious? Well, no, but I was a choir boy and I'm very interested in religion. And I actually have a theory, since, well, religious sectarianism is becoming a bit of a problem, I suspect, that we should treat religions a bit more like football clubs. So choose one, learn the words, learn the tunes, gently mock the opposition. So I'll choose Christianity because I was a choir boy and I know the basics, and Christianity is quite cool. Jesus is very cool, performs miracles, dies for your sins, good at woodwork, that sort of thing. So there you are. I am a nominal and cultural Christian. Why James May? That's not even grammatical, Lucy, Eve, whoever put these together. Why James May so popular? Because I'm great. Why James May have napkin on head? When did I have a napkin on my head?
I believe it was in the Carnage à Trois Grand Tour.
I had a napkin on my head. Oh, that. Yeah, no, that's because I was eating pretending to eat didn't really work, this joke, what's it called, where you eat the bird in the wine? It's a controversial French delicacy. And the aromas from it are apparently so intoxicating and so wonderful. You put a big napkin over your head so that, a bit like having a cold and putting a blanket over your head over a bowl of hot water and camphor. What's it called?
Ortolan.
Ortolan, that's it. That's why I had a napkin on my head, because I was pretending I was having one. That was our little French joke. Why James May, Our Man in cancelled? Well, because Amazon didn't want it anymore. James May, Our Man in Where Next? Well, we always had a plan to do Our Man in America. In fact, we had it planned out. We worked out where we were going to go. We sort of devised a route across America, and I think that would have been quite interesting. That was about 3 or 4 years ago. Quite big things were happening in America, and with the American identity. They've since sort of exploded, rather. But I think that would have been quite interesting. But to be honest, it's quite relentless, Our Man in. You have to go away for a very long time. And I don't think I'm actually a natural travel program host. I'm much better suited to putting a bicycle back together. Why James May hate the Nürburgring? Well, I don't actually hate it as a place. If you want to just go and drive around it in a leisurely fashion in your camper van, it's actually rather pleasant. It's in a very nice bit of Germany. It's very scenic. It's in extremely good condition. The thing I hate about it is the insistence that car manufacturers test their cars on it and want to achieve a Nürburgring record, because it actually spoils cars for the road. And therefore it should be bombed. Why James May fired from Autocar? Well, because I hid an acrostic, a secret message in the road test yearbook because I was bored making it. Why James May banned from Clarkson's pub? I don't know. I wasn't going to go there anyway. It's about 80 miles away and I have my own pub around the corner. I think it's just an elaborate joke. James is banned because Jeremy's banned me from his pub. Yeah. He's not banned from mine because I am simply a better person. Does James May own the Royal Oak? Not entirely, no. I half own it with another man who you will never see. He's a bit like the teacher in the Bash Street Kids. His name is Simon. He is the brains behind the operation, really. I write the stupid jokes on the menu. Does James May have kids? No. Although I sometimes feel like a surrogate parent for Lucy Brown, who in many ways is, no, I can't use that word. Does James May have a brother? Yes, he does. I have a brother 3 years younger than me. Does James May have OCD? No, I don't think so. It was a joke for TV from Clarkson mainly and Hammond and the producers. I did used to know someone with actual OCD, and it's actually a serious condition and not really a joke at all. So no, I don't have OCD. I just do things properly. Does James May have a podcast? Do I? No, I don't. Do I? I don't have a podcast. People have tried to persuade me to do one, but I don't want to. But I have appeared on some things like We Have Ways, Richard Hammond's podcast, some things about drink and food and cars. What James May doing now? I'm sitting here at this table answering your witted questions. What James May doing before Top Gear? Well, I worked on magazines and newspapers. I'd done a little bit of TV. I was also an advertising copywriter, but I kept that secret. If you have a Honda motorcycle brochure or lawnmower brochure from about 1998, 99, that was probably me. What James May favourite car? That question is not allowed. What James May new show? I don't have a new show. Well, I do have a new show coming out, which we finished making, which is about the human body. It's called The Human Machine. It's looking at how the human body works from the perspective of someone who's interested in machinery, i.e. me. That's coming out probably in April on Channel 5. James May ghost Italy. That's not a question, Lucy, Eve. What does that mean? James, oh, the ghost that appeared. Yes, that's a bit of a mystery, isn't it? Because I think a ghost of some sort appeared at least 3 times. It's a ghost. I mean, nobody can really explain them. They are apparitions. I've often thought that actually ghosts exist within us and we conjure them up out of the fabric of the world. But since it appeared on the television, that theory is obviously bunk, isn't it? Because all those viewers saw the ghosts as well. I didn't see them at the time. James May cheese. Cheese versus cheese. I once said cheese and banged a piece of cheese on a table. It's the most important piece of work I've ever done. James May, hello. You're wasting my life, you two.
I have been rescued and I haven't even broken down.
Well, then you don't get...
Hello. Yes, you have to start with hello. I've rescued a lot of women from boring people with that. James May net worth, just billions. I mean, inconceivable amount of money. I don't even know where it all is. There's so much of it. What a rude question. British people don't talk about that sort of thing. James May age. I am now 63. I had a birthday last month. James May gin. Yes, we make gin. This is the James May Gin channel, Planet Gin. Is James Gin good? No, it's vile. Obviously, it's absolute piss. No, it's fantastic. It's the best gin available on the market. Is James Gin successful? That's an interesting question. Gus, is James Gin successful? I suppose it's highly successful. Production has doubled in the last year. It's for sale all across the USA now and in large parts of Europe and Australia, and of course it's very popular in Britain, as you'd expect. It's a very British drink. Gin, it's a very American drink as well, as it turns out. Yes, I'd say James Gin is, given that we're a very small volume craft producer who started off simply as a bit of an internet stunt, yes, extremely. You should try it. Click the QR code, yes. Is James Gin gluten-free? Yes, I believe it is, isn't it? And one of our gins, not American Mustard, California Dream Gin, is certified vegan. And I know a lot of people say, well, isn't all gin vegan? Yes, the majority of it is, but it isn't necessarily. There are some gins with things like honey, which is an animal produce, obviously, and some contain oyster shells, so they are not strictly vegan. And if you are a committed, serious vegan, you need to be sure. So in actual fact, I can tell you now, if you are a vegan, you can drink all of James Gins, but if you want the reassurance of the official vegan stamp on the label, try our Californian Dream Gin. California Dream Gin. Is James Gin available in the USA? Yes. All over the place. It is available online, it is available in Total Wine and more, and also one or two independent off licenses, as we would call them. Well, that completes that, I don't even know what you'd call that. That's it's a sort of self-interview based on the, well, I suppose the Google algorithm. That was all searched on Google, yes? So that's what Google says you want to know. And it was a fascinating exercise. Cheese, gin, favourite car, you know, all that sort of stuff. Nobody actually asked, does my house have secret parking for 40 luxury motors, like it said in the Daily Mail, because it doesn't.
Is there anything that you are surprised isn't on there?
Well, that's a very good question, Lucy, because it's not really something I'd ever thought about. What questions would I ask about me on Google? So well, what would you ask?
I've got, of all the TV programs you mentioned earlier, are there any that you thought you wanted to continue or you would like to remake?
Yes. There are a few more Toy Stories ideas that I'd quite like to do one day, although I think the moment may have passed. And I always loved doing Man Lab because it was just sort of what we were doing anyway. It was just that Tom and Co turned up and filmed it. And if I were younger, I would want to do Top Gear and the Grand Tour again because it was exciting. But we've done it and we're all quite old now, so there comes a time where you have to gently let things go, like a dying pet.
Call to actions?
No. Check the tyre pressures on your car. Nobody ever does, even when the little warning light comes on. Just do it. It's not difficult.